Hey guys, this is Mitch Miller from CreativeHealthLife.com, and I just want to give you a quick review of some of the products we used while we were traveling in Mexico over Christmas and New Year's. Fair and Floss was a great product we used. There's a couple of people in our group that had major canker sores, and we got them to use the Fair and Floss and Nat Mirror. Fair and Floss reduces inflammation. It's actually also great for recovery when you're doing major things like playing volleyball all day and boogie boarding all day and snorkeling all day. But the Nat Mirror made a huge difference for the canker sores. 24 hours was a huge difference for her canker sores. And she had some major canker sores because she was just run down, and she's going to university and just all the activities that were going on there. So Nat Mirror, something if you are prone to canker sores during either very cold or very hot weather, you definitely want to take tissue salt number 9 with you on your trip. If you're going to be very active on your trip, where you're doing lots of activities and you get a really red face when you overexert yourself, even if you don't, but if you do get a major red face, it's even more beneficial. Fair and Floss is really good for the onset of a cold or flu. It's also good for any type of inflammation you might have. That's really good to help you with recovery because it is an oxygen carrier, so that's really important. Calamere is more for people that have the second stage where they get kind of mucousy if you're getting a cold or a flu. It's good to alternate with tissue salt number 4. We also use Bio12. Some places this is called Bioplasma. So it's the same product. It's all 12 tissue salts combined. We just put a couple of capsules in our water bottles during the day while we're doing all these activities. I would take probably 8 to 10 tablets in the morning before I headed out for a nice morning walk, and even in the evening just to help with recovery. So Bio12 is another key product. One of the MVPs of our trip was definitely our cold and flu product. It made a huge difference in regards to people that had colds and flus, and we had a few people that were totally down and out, and they had a chance to use our cold and flu product, and it was really nice to see how effective it was, because by the next day after taking their product, I gave them a couple of packets like this, told them, hey, put it in hot water, drink it throughout the evening, and the next day they were just hugely better from where they were the day before. So again, for any type of trip, chances are you're kind of overdoing it in lots of different ways. So you want to bring a product like this, cold and flu. It's super convenient to bring because these packets are nice and small, so they're easy to really pack with you, whether you're actually going on a trip during the day or just for the whole trip altogether. So make sure you bring those along. But the number one MVP of the trip was definitely our motion sickness. Now, motion sickness has 4 remedies. 2 of the key remedies in here are calculus and nux vomica. But it also has tobacco and petroleum in there. So 4 homeopathic remedies that are really well known for different types of nausea. Now on the snorkeling trip, the last few trips that I've been on, I've actually gotten sick. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this motion sickness for myself and see how this works. I know it's made a huge difference for my wife. It's the only thing that ever stopped her from throwing up in an airplane. And because she threw up in airplanes literally for 10-15 years in a row. And she hasn't thrown up in the last 15 years since we started using this product. So we were 6 of us on the snorkeling trip. On the way out, it's about an hour and a half out to sea to go to these Myriad Islands, they call them. And it was, there's some pretty big waves going out. It wasn't as smooth sailing as you'd hoped. And when people aren't feeling well, they basically sit down, they look straight ahead, or they look to the horizon, and they don't like to talk and they don't move because they're almost going to get sick, kind of thing. So we started passing around the motion sickness. Luckily, we had a couple of bottles with us because I brought a bottle myself, and then of course my wife brought an extra bottle just in case people are getting motion sickness on the boat. And it's amazing. Like within 15 to 20 minutes of taking a few doses of motion sickness, it was going around because all of us at some stage kind of got hit by that, that kind of gross feeling. And it was fantastic. So then we went snorkeling, and then after we came back from snorkeling, and we could all eat. So this product just made a huge difference. There were lots of people on the boat getting sick, and they were even saying hey, if you're gonna get sick, go to the back of the boat and throw up because it's nasty, right? But none of the people in our group got sick. Now we were all at a certain stage where I easily could have gotten sick, but with taking the motion sickness when we got to that stage made a huge difference. So total MVP. If you're traveling, you get car sick, boat sick, air sick, you always want to take the motion sickness product with you. It's a huge product, and you know, makes a huge difference. Nothing worse than just throwing up or just feeling totally nauseous from getting some type of you know, seasickness or car sickness, whatever the case will be for you. So this is definitely something you want to consider. So yeah, just a quick review. So Ferrum Phos, Nat Mure, if anybody has canker type sores, you always definitely want to have that. It's also a great fluid balancer, which is important in hot countries. And then Ferrum Phos, of course, for recovery and really kind of getting you through the day and just help keep the body going. Bio 12 or Bioplasma, as it's called in the US or some other countries possibly. That's a great product, just to put a few capsules in your water bottle during your flight, you know, during your activities during the day, just every day, just take that to make sure that your cells are working at optimal level and absorbing your food and replenishing nutrients, getting rid of things and absorbing things. Bio12 is good general support. Cold and flu, of course, for if you're ever getting sick, you want to have some of that on hand because it can make a huge difference if you have a cold or flu. There's one couple we talked to on their trip, same kind of time period as we did, and he was in bed half the trip because he had the flu. So you definitely want to have a product like that around because, you know, it's kind of a waste of money if you go on this really nice holiday and half the time you're spending in the room because you're sick. And of course, again, our triple star MVP, motion sickness. You can't leave for any type of trip without your motion sickness. Anyway, I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's, and I hope 2018 is starting off well for you. This is Mitch Miller from PureVitalLife.com, and we'll see you at our next video.